Alright, boom. Today we're going to be checking out the entire Goku Black Arc Dragon Ball Super manga. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've been told a lot that the manga and the anime are very, very different. So, obviously we haven't finished Tournament of Power yet. So once we finish Tournament of Power, we'll go and watch the manga of the Tournament of Power, because I don't want to read it. I can't even lie. Someone else going to read it to me. I'm down. And then there's apparently mangas after the Tournament of Power as well. So if you guys want, we can check that out as well. You know, just let me know in the comments down below if you are feeling that. And there's also, I want to play a couple Dragon Ball games. I think Z Fighters is one of them. I don't really like one-on-one fighting though, but well, that's not I don't like. I'm just not very good at it. But we'll try out. It's Dragon Ball, so I'm down. Yeah, if you guys want this to be like a little series, where we check out the actual manga, because like I said, a lot of you are telling me, Don, the manga's so different and it's better than the anime, or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean. So anyway, this is not too, it's only 37 minutes, but let's check it out.
The Goku Black Arc takes place after the events of the Universe 6 saga. In an alternate timeline, we focus on future Trunks, who's running and hiding from a mysterious being, causing destruction all over with ki blasts and explosions. Yeah. He manages to escape and enters a building, meeting with future Mai. Mai asks future Trunks what
the anime, I think he meets Bulma first, right? Because I'm obviously going to be comparing the anime to the manga. Do you know what I'm saying?
Future Bulma, to which Trunks tells her that she got caught by the mysterious being after going out to clear the dust on their solar panels. This in turn alludes to future Bulma's death, and Mai consoles Trunks. Trunks and Mai then eat and rest, discussing going back 17 years in the past, where Trunks' father and everyone else are still alive, their past in the parallel world. In the present timeline on Earth at Capsule Corp, the Dragon Team are having a feast. Jocko complains to Bulma about the usage of time travel, stating that it's forbidden to manipulate time. Present Trunks' teacher educates Trunks and the Pilaf gang about parallel worlds in the meantime. After sparring, Goku and Vegeta join the feast and eat with Beerus and Whis. Whis tells Goku and Vegeta more about Zeno, stating that although he doesn't fight, he's indeed the strongest, and confirms it by telling the Saiyan duo that there were once 18 universes in total, but 6 universes were destroyed in an instant when he was in a bad mood. Meanwhile, in the alternate future, future Trunks and Mai reach Capsule Corp and prepare to go inside the destroyed building to find the time machine. Suddenly, the mysterious being appears and attacks them. Future Trunks and Mai fight back, only for the being to overpower the duo, and Mai gets critically injured and dies as a result. The being then reveals himself, being a man wearing black and gray Kai-like clothing, but his most distinctive feature is his identical appearance.
That looks fire. Oh my god, is this a drawing?
With a green Patora pierced in his left ear. Future Trunks mourns Mai's death, but transforms into a Super Saiyan to fight Goku Black. However, Black easily overwhelms the Super Saiyan and prepares to finish him off by stabbing him with Future Trunks' sword. Motivated to save his future for both Mai and his mother though, Future Trunks fires a blast to distract Black, allowing him to escape into Capsule Corp. Future Trunks starts up the time machine and begins to fly away. Black, however, fires a Kamehameha at him, only to miss though, due to the time machine finishing its teleportation to the past. In the present, Goku and Vegeta spar while Whis and Beerus watch. Trunks along with the Pilaf gang are having a school lesson, and afterwards break for lunch. Suddenly, future Trunks' time machine appears from the sky and lands. Present Trunks goes to see who's inside and sees a person similar to him but unconscious. Bulma arrives and asks Goku to grab her Sensu Bean. Goku uses instant transmission to get to Korin's tower to get one. Meanwhile, Bulma gets the unconscious future Trunks out of the time machine and onto a bed. Trunks and the Pilaf gang are confused as to whom the mysterious person might be. The Saiyans see future Trunks, who is unconscious and injured, and Vegeta grabs the Sensu Bean from Goku to get.
So far, everything seems pretty similar to what we've watched. Obviously, we saw Bulma's death in the anime, but obviously it makes sense to show it because, you know, more screen time or whatever. But yeah, apart from that,
Trunks wakes up and attacks Goku, much to everyone's shock. Goku, who stopped the attack, explains to Trunks that it's him. Future Trunks snaps out of his rage and is glad to see Goku. Vegeta.
And also Mai's death, but also I think at this point we thought Mai died as well, but then she twitched a bit, right?
And especially his mother, alive and well. Goku asks Future Trunks who badly injured him and wonders if it was Majin Buu. However, Future Trunks explains that he defeated Deborah and Babidi before they could resurrect Majin Buu, much to Vegeta's satisfaction. Whis is surprised and impressed that humans managed to create a time machine, but explains that time travel is a serious crime and Beerus thinks of destroying the Earth. Although Bulma defends that it was her future counterpart who created created the time machine and not her exactly. Future Trunks explains that the new enemy who badly injured him wants justice by eradicating every last Earthling, and explains that he's already wiped out countless planets and their civilizations before coming to Earth. Trunks says that he and the Earthlings managed to hold off the enemy for about a year, but now there are only a handful of humans left, not including his mother. Vegeta asks who did this, to which Future Trunks explains that it was Goku, much to everyone's surprise. Future Trunks further elaborates, stating that while the enemy looked identical in appearance to Goku, he had a heart full of malice. Goku then understood why Future Trunks attempted to attack him earlier, to which Trunks apologizes. Future Trunks then reveals that the name of the enemy is Goku Black. Goku decides that all they need to do is go to the future and beat Goku Black to eliminate the threat. However, Future Trunks explains that the time machine doesn't have enough fuel to travel back to the future. He says that the fuel needed to power the time machine is blue number 15 electro fluid, which surprises Bulma as the fuel is something she was developing at the moment. Bulma says that she can have the fuel ready within a day, much to Future Trunks' shock. Goku and Vegeta decide to go with Future Trunks once the time machine is ready. Bulma allows this, but asks them to come back safely, to which the Saiyans reply that they will. Future Trunks then urges Goku and Vegeta not to underestimate Black though, as he's extremely strong, to which Goku decides to spar with Future Trunks in order to gauge Black's true strength. Outside,
okay, so I think what we got last time was Future Bulma left a book for Bulma to follow, right? And in this one, that didn't happen. Because remember, she had the book and it was writing it down in the anime. She's like, oh my God, hold tight me for doing this. You know what I'm saying? But this time, in the manga, Bulma's already kind of started developing it. So, okay.
Goku and Future Trunks do some sparring, with the two of them transforming into Super Saiyan 2. Goku is pleased with Future Trunks' strength and shows him Super Saiyan 3, ending the sparring session with a devastating kick to the back of Trunks' head.
Because what did he do with the anime? He just went blue, I swear. No, did he go blue? I don't know. I think he just went Super Saiyan 2 in the anime. I think he just went Super Saiyan. This one it goes 3. So I'm saying, bro,
appeared in aura to be Goku's Super Saiyan.
But this is what I was saying. 3 should be a regular appearance, and apparently it is in the manga. Well, I know you ain't seen the first bit, but
odd form. Goku was impressed that Trunks managed to attain this level of strength all by himself. However, even with all this power, Trunks admits that it was nothing compared to Black. Seeing that they might have their hands full on this one, Goku invites Beerus to join them, but Beerus declines as he has no interest in the parallel Earth, wondering why his future counterpart will let a nut job like Black run around free. Whis mentions that what he's probably doing is no different than the present Beerus. Beerus of course takes offense to this, and then says that he's nothing like Black, who kills with no consideration for the balance of the universe. Future Trunks is confused, asking what this god of destruction is that Beerus and Whis keep mentioning. Whis takes note of this and asks Future Trunks what happened to the Supreme Kai in his timeline. Future Trunks says that in the process of defeating Deborah, it required the Supreme Kai's sacrifice, and he died as a result. This development shocked Beerus and Whis. Beerus is furious that the Supreme Kai of Trunks' timeline stuck his nose in unnecessary business.
If I'm not mistaken, in the anime, Black killed the Supreme Kai, which obviously then took care of Beerus. So in this one, the Supreme Kai got killed by Deborah and the man there? By the Boo saga, Supreme Kai died? In Trunks' verse? Okay.
Goku asks what the problem is, saying that he had no idea Beerus liked Supreme Kai that much. Whis says that wasn't the case though, explaining that the Supreme Kai and God of Destruction are a set. If the Supreme Kai dies, the God of Destruction dies as well. Everyone is shocked at this new development, and Whis explains that in all likelihood, the God of Destruction from Future Trunks' timeline no longer exists. Trunks continues to explain his past in more detail. A few years before traveling back to the present timeline, the Supreme Kai and Kibito took Trunks to their world in order to train him to prepare for Babidi's arrival. Trunks was trained in using the Z-Sword and became more powerful as a result of wielding it. But just before Trunks would inevitably break the Z-Sword on the hardest metal in the universe, Babidi and Deborah arrived on Earth. Deborah overwhelmed Trunks and destroyed the Z-Sword by spitting on it and turning it into stone. It also killed the old Kai sealed away in it as well. Seeing him overwhelmed, the Supreme Kai attempted to intervene, only to be heavily injured by Deborah. Then Deborah killed Kibito. Enraged, Trunks transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 and overwhelms Deborah. Deborah tries to fight back, but the Supreme Kai stops him in his tracks, allowing Trunks to land a final blow on Deborah and Babidi, killing them both. The emergence of Majin Buu had been prevented. However, the Supreme Kai had been fatally injured, drained of his energy, and died. Overlooking this battle, Goku Black is satisfied that he's found a universe that no longer has a God of Destruction. Future Trunks' story.
So Trunks actually got quaffed by Deborah and Mandela. It wasn't until a sacrifice happened he went Super Saiyan 2. Because the way he kind of said it in the manga, in the anime, was kind of like, yeah, I defeated them. Like it weren't, like it was nothing. But in reality of it, you got pushed back. Which I'm kind of not surprised, to be fair with you.
Ends there, and Whis concludes that Goku Black can travel between parallel worlds as he knowingly
and then Goku Black pulled up on Earth straight, was there watching the fight from the Buu saga in this universe. Damn.
Willingly went after one where a god of destruction didn't exist. Beerus, however, finds this to be completely absurd. Goku then formally introduces Trunks to Beerus and Whis. Afterwards, Trunks meets his present self in Mai, which turned out to be a pretty cool interaction. Bulma then tells Trunks to change his clothes and that dinner will be at 6. Trunks leaves, still mourning the loss of future Mai. In the alternate future, Black confirms that Trunks has vanished from this timeline. Black states that he's eradicated the Kais from all other universes, and as a result, the gods of destruction are extinct as well. And now that Trunks has vanished, Black first concludes that there's no one left to oppose him, but then decides to sit tight and see what happens, as the persistence of a Saiyan should never be underestimated. Black then flies off, and we cut to future Mai's lifeless body being licked by a cat. Back in the present timeline on Earth, Trunks is having dinner.
Does she move then? Okay, so there's still no movement from her.
After Mai's lifeless body being licked by a cat.
Because animals will eat you. Is it dogs will eat you? I think cats will eat you as well if you're dead and they're hungry.
Back in the present timeline on Earth, Trunks is having dinner with the Dragon Team. Trunks explains that Black stated he—
With the Dragon Team? Is that a thing?
He killed all the gods in his timeline. Beerus thinks that Black may show up in their timeline and try to kill their Kais as well, to which Whis responds that he hasn't heard from the Supreme Kai of any malicious activity and wonders if he should go and ask him. Beerus allows Whis to do so in order to find out if any god may turn evil. In the 10th universe on the world of the Kais, Kibito is fighting against the Kai apprentice of the 10th universe, Zamasu. Zamasu overwhelms Kibito in defense, strength, and speed, eventually defeating him with relative ease. As Zamasu goes to give Kibito a hand, the Supreme Kai is marveled at Zamasu's great skill and abilities. Goasu, the Supreme Kai of Universe 10, states that Zamasu is training to become their universe's Supreme Kai. Both Zamasu and Kibito give their respects to each other, with Zamasu happy that they were able to take down Majin Buu a few years ago. However, the Supreme Kai of Universe 7 and Kibito replied that they had help from Goku and his friends. Zamasu then inquires who Goku is. Universe 7 Supreme Kai explains that he's a pure-hearted Saiyan on Earth who reached the level of the gods. Zamasu is in disbelief, but Kibito explains that there have been some mortals in the 7th universe that have strength to match even the gods. However, the Supreme Kai of Universe 7 admits that there's still no entity that can surpass a god of destruction, stating that entrusting the balance of the universe to them is the best decision. Zamasu agrees with that thought process.
Well, maybe now, right? Because even apparently Ultra Instinct is a form that even the gods can't reach or can't. What did I say? Beerus can't reach Ultra Instinct, can he? So
that the Supreme Kai made a wonderful decision and that unnecessary beings should be eliminated. He then says that they should continue to proactively protect the order of both their universes, to which the Supreme Kai agrees. After the Supreme Kai and Kibito leave, Goasu praises Zamasu on his martial arts skills, but decides that they must work on polishing his inner self. Inside the training hall, Goasu shows Zamasu the planet Babari. Human-like creatures have appeared on the planet, but are too savage and aggressive. And Goasu wants to hear Zamasu's input on the best course of action. Zamasu suggests remedying the situation through extermination, to which Goasu is disappointed with Zamasu's suggestion, since he'd lectured him about such tasks being done by the god of destruction. Goasu states that the best course of action is to watch over them, as he believes they'll eventually become more civilized, but Zamasu states that the inhabitants won't, after witnessing many planet civilizations go to ruin. Goasu decides to test Zamasu's conviction, and brings out a case showing Zamasu the time rings, which are rings that allow one to travel freely through the flow of time. Goasu explains that they will travel to the planet Babari to observe what will become of the inhabitants.
I think the difference is Beerus and Whis pulled up and asked them to go and check the time rings, right? If I'm not mistaken, and then this was after they pulled up. They showed the rings, and then went to go and check it. I might be wrong about that. That might have been before. So in this one, Whis and Beerus hasn't pulled up yet, but they've still gone to go and check. Yeah. I don't think he did know about the time rings at this point.
The two arrive and witness a conflict between a group.
Not they. Zamasu didn't know about the time rings until Beerus and Whis pulled up and asked him to show us the time ring, see if it's there or not.
Group of barbarians over a large fish.
Oh right, yeah. Because at that point, as soon as Trunks pulled up, Black pulled up not long after, right? Because remember, he destroyed the time machine. It didn't take long for Black to pull up, and then that's when they had the battle with him, and then he got sucked back in, and then Whis, Goku, and Beerus went to the Supreme. Yeah. So none of that's happened yet then.
Which results in the death of some of them. Zamasu is disgusted with the barbarians' uncivilized nature. Gowasu agrees with Zamasu, but has an open mind that the barbarians can change in 1,000 years, and that they can witness that change with the time rings. Gowasu explains that the time rings allow one to travel to the future and back to the world one departed from. Time rings must be used with extraordinary care, as they can be used to alter history, which is why there are forbidden laws put in place to restrict the usage of them. Gowasu explains that if history does change, then a new timeline manifests itself, and a new time ring that represents that new timeline is born. Zamasu begins to understand, and Gowasu comments that one of the mortals from a sophisticated civilization on the 12th universe created a device that enabled time traveling to the past, and as a result, a time ring was born. Gowasu gives Zamasu his Patora so that he can time travel with him, and tells him to place it on his left ear, otherwise they'll end up fusing together. Gowasu and Zamasu bump fists, focusing on traveling 1,000 years into the Barbari's future, which causes the time ring to work. Gowasu sees that early foundations of civilization have been formed and goes to investigate the village. Suddenly, Gowasu and Zamasu stumble upon a massive battle between the barbarians. Zamasu is shocked that the barbarians have become even crueler and starts believing that the universe is better off without mortals. However, Zamasu and Gowasu see that an elderly barbarian is attempting to negotiate a ceasefire. But just then, a barbarian ambushes Zamasu and Gowasu, but Zamasu repels the barbarian's attack. The barbarian is injured, enraged, and charges forward. Gowasu tells Zamasu that they need to leave, but Zamasu instead kills the enraged barbarian with his energy blade, having a smile of satisfaction on his face. Furious, Gowasu returns himself and Zamasu back to the present. Zamasu gives Gowasu his Patora earring back, and Gowasu demands an explanation. Zamasu claims that the barbarians had no value, to which Gowasu disagrees. Zamasu thinks that it's wrong to leave mortals to their own devices, and wonders what being a Supreme Kai means.
You lot can interact with them though. Do you get what I'm saying? You lot just don't have to sit back and watch. You lot can interact. Right? Because there's no law saying that you man can't guide. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Supreme Kai interact with Goku and Earth and stuff. Like, you lot can guide them forward. I think that would be better. That's how maybe the other universes didn't fight in the tournament have done. That's why maybe their universe is more levels like 7, 8, 9. Do you know what I'm saying? Or 7, I don't know. Can't remember.
Gowasu tells his apprentice that it's his job to oversee the universe's inhabitants without interfering. Zamasu thinks that they should crush mortals that show no promise, but Gowasu explains that it's the job of the god of destruction to exterminate mortals. Zamasu wonders what he's been training for all this time, and Gowasu explains that the training is supposed to help him to find composure and tranquility within himself. Zamasu thanks his teacher for his guidance, and Gowasu asks Zamasu to get him some tea. Back at Capsule Corp, the Dragon team is playing a go-kart game, and Future Trunks wins. Beerus is annoyed that he lost and tells Whis that they're leaving. Future Trunks is glad to see that he can sit back and enjoy himself, and wishes for his world to be peaceful.
Here playing PS5 and now. Oh, that's sick. I would love to see that anime.
Fun once they get to defeat Goku Black. Future Trunks asks Goku and Vegeta to go with them to his future, to which they accept, and Vegeta tells Trunks that he's going to train with him tomorrow morning in the gravity room. Back in the 10th universe, Zamasu is watching God 2, more specifically the battle between Goku and Hit during the 6th and 7th universe.
Because I don't think Vegeta trained with Goku. No, he did. He done a little fight with him, I swear. And that's how we showed him the blue form. But he didn't per se train him. I think it was more of a motivational sort of thing rather than a training session.
Tournament. Gowasu shows up and sees the video Zamasu is watching. Gowasu is in disbelief that Goku has achieved the power of a god, while Zamasu is surprised that even the Omni King showed up to the tournament. Near the end of the video, Zamasu sees large orange orbs and asks what they are. Gowasu explains that the enormous orbs are called Super Dragon Balls, and that they're capable of granting any wish. This information interests Zamasu. In the 7th universe on Earth at Capsule Corp, the next day has arrived. Future Trunks and Vegeta are training in the gravity room, while Goku is meditating outside. Beerus and Whis are watching Goku's solo training when the Supreme Kai arrives. Beerus and Whis ask Supreme Kai about any gods with extreme ideologies revolving around the destruction of humanity. Supreme Kai thinks that Kibito might fill the requirements, given his discriminatory remarks against mortals, but isn't sure. Before they can investigate though, Whis receives a message from the Grand Priest. He tells Goku that the Omni King wants an audience with him, which in turn shocks Beerus. Goku of course doesn't want to go, but Beerus pressures him to do so and orders him to be on his best behavior. Beerus orders Whis to go with Goku as well, while he remains remains on Earth, and the Supreme Kai takes Goku and Whis using teleportation. At the Omni King's palace, Supreme Kai, Goku, and Whis arrive. The Grand Priest welcomes the party and thanks them for coming. Whis and the Supreme Kai bow their heads to the Grand Priest, while Goku casually greets him. Whis apologizes to the Grand Priest for Goku's improper clothing. However, the Grand Priest is fine with it since they're likely the nicest he's got. The Grand Priest shows Goku, Whis, and Supreme Kai to the Zeno's sanctum. Along the way, Whis notes that the Grand Priest is the strongest being he knows, and even he wouldn't be able to keep up with him. Seeing that he's that strong, Goku thinks about telling him about Goku Black, although Whis informs Goku that angels must remain neutral, meaning that the Grand Priest cannot help him. Inside the sanctum,
okay, we didn't get that information last time in the anime. We didn't get that at all. Like, I don't think Goku even brought up Black in the anime at all to Beerus's dad, which is also very interesting. I can't even lie. Okay, so Angel's got to stay neutral and can't get involved.
Zeno is happy to see Goku and tells him that he wants him to be his friend. Goku is more than happy to be friends, but informs Zeno that he's extremely busy, and once he's finished, he'll play with him and bring more friends. Zeno is satisfied and gives Goku the Zeno button, a device which will summon him. After exiting the sanctum, Goku's party leaves the Zeno's palace. In the 10th universe within the realm of the Kais, Gowasu asks Zamasu for a cup of tea, only to see that he isn't around. He was actually on Zuno's planet, having some questions answered. Zuno tells Zamasu that he must gather up all 7 Super Dragon Balls in order to summon Super Shenron, who will grant any one wish he makes, and afterwards, the Super Dragon Balls will scatter across the 6th and 7th universes. Zamasu asks his question again, and Zuno answers that he must collect all 7, but they've been recently used and won't activate for quite a while. Zamasu asks how long the Super Dragon Balls will take to recharge, to which Zuno answers 1 year. Zamasu then demands the location of the Super Dragon Balls. In Earth's orbit, Beerus is becoming annoyed with waiting, but Goku's party appears before him. They go to Capsule Corp with the Supreme Kai reminding Goku not to—
Beerus sitting in space chilling is cold. I feel like in the anime they make him a lot more goofier than I feel like he should be. Do you know what I mean? Like he's more, oh, food, oh, you know what I mean? Like all excited about food, which is cool, it's his personality, whatever, but I feel like there's times where like just him chilling in space, being able to breathe in space, you kind of forget that a bit when you watch the anime. I like the fact that they had that here of him just chilling. You know what I'm saying? It just shows like he's on that different kind of level in terms of he can breathe in space, which I think is still quite amazing. Do you know what I'm saying?
But Goku's party appears before him. They go to Capsule Corp with the Supreme Kai reminding Goku not to break his promise to Zeno, to which Goku replies that he won't. Before they can further discuss the identity of Goku Black though, Kibito and the Elder Kai arrive.
So in the manga, he doesn't tell Zeno that he's gonna bring someone else who's more fun. He just says he'll be your friend, and when he's got the time, he'll come. I don't think he said anything like that, did he?
Kibito explains that the Elder Kai received a message from Zuno, saying that Zamasu of the 10th universe came seeking details about the Super Dragon Balls. Kibito continues saying that Zamasu had many questions regarding Goku. One peculiar question being if it was possible for a normal person and a god to exchange bodies, which shocks the Dragon Team. The Dragon Team know now for a fact that the true identity of Goku Black is actually Zamasu, who stole Goku's body. However, this doesn't explain—
So do you man know kind of off the cut, whereas in the anime it was a mystery, but which I'm not gonna lie, I did like the mystery behind it in the anime with them like searching for clues and them like sitting there figuring out who it was until he kind of revealed himself. That part was pretty enjoyable, if I have to say.
How Goku Black can travel through time because he isn't a Supreme Kai and cannot use a time ring. To give further clarification, Whis asks Future Trunks about the color of Goku Black's Potara earring, to which Future Trunks confirms that the color of Black's earring is the same as Whis' illustration. Whis believes that Zamasu killed Gowasu in order to obtain the ability to use the time ring, which means present Gowasu is in danger. Beerus and Whis travel to Gowasu while Future Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta prepare to use the time machine to go back to the future.
I like that as well because it just shows that Whis being wise and stuff. I like that. I can't lie, because I don't really think because they had no idea, even though they all went there and saw and then they investigated and stuff like that, they still had no idea. In this one, it's like he asked questions about swapping bodies and this and that and that and that. But like I said, I did like the little twist that they did.
In the 10th universe within the world of the Kais, Beerus and Whis meet with Gowasu and tell him that they wish to meet with Zamasu. However, Gowasu mentions that Zamasu isn't here at the moment, which doesn't inconvenience Beerus and Whis as they decide to wait. Future Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta use the time machine and go to the future, and the three investigate their surroundings. Suddenly, Future Trunks spots Mai and gives her a senzu bean, which saves her life, much to Trunks' relief. Future Trunks introduces Mai to the warrior.
But if she died, how would a senzu bean doesn't kill death though, does it?
Here's who will help them, Goku and Vegeta. The two decide it's time to go and fight, and Vegeta asks future Trunks and Mai to hide while they handle Goku Black. Trunks hangs back reluctantly, and Goku and Vegeta take off, landing in an uninhabited spot to avoid unnecessary damage to the city. Having detected two large power levels, Goku Black spots the two Saiyans. Black wonders why they're here, and Vegeta is pleased to see that Black looks exactly like Kakarot and wants to fight him first so that he can get the satisfaction of crushing someone with
they've never fought before. So that means how does Black achieve Super Saiyan Rose then? Because obviously he achieved it in the anime by fighting Goku and remembering it, and then I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? By doing some stuff with it or whatever.
Saiyan faces Goku. Vegeta and Goku Black transform into Super Saiyans and fight on equal terms.
Super Saiyan? Oh, I didn't know he could go Super Saiyan.
However, Vegeta turns the tide in battle by transforming into Super Saiyan Blue and easily overwhelms Goku Black.
I didn't know Black could go Super Saiyan.
Beerus and Whis finally meet the Zamasu of their time. Beerus questions Zamasu about what he's been doing, but before he can explain further, the Supreme Kai arrives and informs Gowasu that he's traveled to all universes and seen the various atrocities that Zamasu is about to commit. Gowasu is in disbelief and demands an explanation, but Zamasu states that his evil deeds are simply acts of justice. In the future, Goku Black continues to be overwhelmed by Vegeta, while in the present, Zamasu reveals his true colors. Beerus grabs hold of him and destroys Zamasu with Hakai, and back in the future, Vegeta is about to finish off Goku Black with a final flash, but is rescued by an unexpected ally. The one who saved Goku Black is Zamasu, telling Black that they're both required to fulfill the Zero Mortal plan, much to the Dragon Team's shock. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks are perplexed to see Zamasu standing alongside Black, who is supposed to be Zamasu inside Goku's body. Back in the present, Bulma informs Beerus that Goku and the others have already left for the future, and questions why there are two Zamasus, as this information was relayed by the Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai explains that if the Zamasu that's inside Goku's body is from another world, then there would logically have to be a separate Zamasu there in Trunks' world. Vegeta pieces everything together as the two Zamasu wonder why these people have appeared in this timeline. Zamasu pulls out the time box, explaining that there are no major obstacles in the 5 parallel worlds, but is perplexed to see a 6th time ring inside the box. Vegeta remarks that his past self was probably killed by Beerus, meaning that there's now another world without Zamasu. Black finally concludes that these guys must have come from the past, and after a bit of posturing and back and forth, Vegeta blasts in on the offensive, but is ultimately cornered by Black.
When Beerus destroyed, is that in F? When Beerus, is it F when someone destroyed the world and then Whis reverse time? That obviously must have made a...
who's gotten stronger yet again. Black initially thought that simply stealing Goku's body would be enough to gain strength, but he couldn't originally transform into a Super Saiyan, let alone Blue. Realizing this is what led him to discovering the Saiyans' trademark, their true nature. The group is a bit confused, but Trunks wonders if he means how Saiyans power up after recovering from near-death experiences. And back in the present, the Supreme Kai explains that Black has been using this trait in conjunction with Zamasu's healing ability to continuously power up. Vegeta continues to get pummeled, prompting Goku to offer him a Senzu beam. Vegeta and Black trade blows, but Black clearly has the upper hand. Trunks figures that his father and Goku are no longer able to exploit the Saiyan trait of powering up due to their constant training. Zamasu heals Black to full strength again, powering him up once more to a level that lower beings could never dream of.
So in this one, it's okay. So in this one, Goku Black's the attacker and Zamasu's the healer, so he's kind of just healing him up every time he almost dies and then gets powered up from there. So that's how they're doing it. That's cold, I can't lie.
Black powers up and unlocks a new transformation, this time with pink hair, as Goku observes.
That is cold.
Zamasu notes that unlike others, when a deity powers up past Super Saiyan God, their hair becomes a pink color instead of blue. To go along with the existing naming custom...
Wait, say that again?
Hair, as Goku observes. Zamasu notes that unlike others, when a deity powers up past Super Saiyan God, their hair becomes a pink color instead of blue. To go along with the existing naming customs of Goku and Vegeta, Black suggests the name Super Saiyan Rose for his new form. Goku and Vegeta, rather than teaming up, decide to split the fights. Vegeta will continue against Black, while Goku takes on Zamasu to prevent him from continuously healing Black. As Goku's battle seems to be going a little too well, Trunks notices that something is wrong. When Goku knocks back Zamasu's own levitating debris, the god is impaled, but laughing all the while. Zamasu simply removes the broken pole while his body heals back to normal. Zamasu reveals that he not only destroyed the Dragon Balls after using them, but used them one last time for a wish for immortality, much to the shock of Goku and Trunks. Zamasu then telekinetically rips the Senzu beans away from Goku and destroys them. Zamasu exploits these powers against Goku, while Black wails on Vegeta, who collapses to the ground unconscious. Trunks screams for everyone to retreat, while Black mocks him for helping him power up all this this time. Desperate for a way out, Trunks yells for Goku and Mai to close their eyes as he unleashes a solar flare on Zamasu and Black. Trunks and the others escape underground, trying to work out a strategy. Goku thinks back to how Master Roshi and his master were able to seal up an awful villain in a rice cooker with a Mafuba, and figure they'll be able to do the same with Zamasu. Trunks then suggests hurrying back to the past to learn this technique, and the group carries on. Black is unable to sense the Saiyans since they're able to reduce their energy. Smirking though, Black is able to hone in on Mai's key signature and teleports away with Zamasu. The gods see hooded figure sneaking off, but it's just a decoy. Mai jumps out with her shotgun and a bunch of mannequins, while Trunks jumps in from behind with a surprise sword attack, impaling Zamasu yet again. Off in the distance, Goku apologizes to Trunks for leaving him behind to fight alone again, departing in the time machine with Vegeta, while Trunks and Mai stay behind at the mercy of Zamasu and Black. As the present-day Trunks
So Trunks don't come with them this time? Cause wait, I'm pretty sure Trunks goes back with them all the time, right? Yeah, because they all get into the time machine and come back. Yeah, so in this one, Trunks stays behind. God damn, so that means there's no interaction with Gohan at all or nothing like that. The whole thing was just anime canon.
Beats up on Pilaf and Shu in an attempt to train. Mai is snapped out of a daydream by the time machine's reappearance. Much to everyone's surprise though, only Goku and Vegeta come out. Oh yeah, and the cat too. They explain that they had to leave future Trunks behind, but Goku says that he'll use this opportunity to learn the Mafuba. Goku believes they can travel back to the exact instance that they left, but Bulma explains that the machine is linked to the parallel timeline and not necessarily Trunks' future. Furthermore, it seems that the connection is weakening, so their next trip will be their last chance to make things right. The Supreme Kai abruptly gets up, though he explains that he's simply going to visit Gowasu in Universe 10 to offer his condolences and support, as well as fill him in on recent developments. Whis, however, doesn't appear to fully believe him. Beerus tells Goku and the others that he won't be going to the future, as he helped them out with Zamasu in this timeline, leaving the rest to them. Goku wonders what the future Whis would be doing.
So in this time, he knows that Zamasu would not got killed by him killing Zamasu in this timeline. Cool.
But Whis explains that Angel's jobs are simply
it's because they understand the difference in the Zamasus now, right?
Suspended in the event that their respective god dies, truly leaving them with no godly allies in the future timeline. Vegeta departs, refusing to use a technique like the Mafuba and determined to kill Zamasu and Black in his own way, regardless of Super Saiyan Rose. We then notice as Vegeta makes his way to the lookout. Back in the future timeline, Trunks continues to be viciously pummeled by Black, smirking though as he was able to get Goku and Vegeta out of harm's way. Mai runs in to try and assist, but Black retaliates with a wave from the eyes to knock her away. Trunks takes his opportunity to jump back with a solar flare, but Zamasu forces him to stop and dodge by throwing Trunks' own sword at him. Trunks, however, is still determined to put up a fight, while the two gods are equally determined to kill him. Black is ready to end Trunks, and though Mai still wants to help and tries to give him his sword, Trunks yells for her to get as far away as possible. As Black prepares to fire his attack down at Trunks, Gowasu suddenly appears with Universe 7 Supreme Kai, taking Trunks and Mai with them as they teleport away. Zamasu is confused, expecting them both to have already died off, but Black assumes that they must be versions of these gods from the past. Trunks is shocked to see the Supreme Kai, who is apparently waiting for just the right opportunity to help. He reveals that he and Gowasu can travel with the help of the time rings, and Gowasu bows and profusely apologizes to Trunks, who himself is taken aback that a god would be apologizing to him. Here in the future realm of the Kais, where no one lives anymore courtesy of Zamasu's slaughter, the group can at least stay hidden until Goku and Vegeta return. Back in the present, Master Roshi watches as Goku practices the Mafuba, which he himself learned from his own master. Goku is having trouble mastering the technique, which then Roshi notes is because Goku is approaching it too roughly, causing him to miss the jar. Goku asks for him to just come and seal away Zamasu himself, but is told that the technique requires great strength, and if he were to attempt it, he'd fail and die. Goku is too wrapped up in his own head to hear the full story, so Roshi wanders back inside to make the necessary charm to seal Zamasu away. Back in the future timeline, Black and Zamasu discuss what their next course of action should be. They say that if the various Kais know of their plan, they could potentially tell Zeno, creating quite the terrible situation for them. They figure perhaps they should leave Earth and move to a different planet to continue their plan, but only after killing the remaining mortals on Earth first. The Supreme Kai watches over Trunks and Mai as they sleep, wishing Kibito were around to help heal them. Gowasu states that healing power was meant to assist them as Kais, and yet that same power was now being used for evil deeds. He begins to wonder whether the extent of their
I didn't know the Kais could heal.
Power should be limited going forward, but just then, the two gods realize that Black and Zamasu have begun exterminating the rest of humanity. Gowasu is determined to take responsibility for Zamasu, and despite the Supreme Kai's plea, he departs for Earth. As Black and Zamasu come across another building with survivors, Gowasu arrives to question his alternate timeline apprentice. The two argue over the meaning of a peaceful world and how humans contribute to and simultaneously destroy this vision. Gowasu continues to appeal to Zamasu, but it's no use. The Supreme Kai, Trunks, and Mai then also arrive to stop Zamasu from interrupting Gowasu and Black's conversation. Gowasu extends a hand to Black, who slips by it to stab Gowasu through the chest, noting how this is the third time he's killed Gowasu. First his own master, then the future Zamasu's master, and now this Gowasu from the alternate past. As Gowasu's body tumbles down, Vegeta emerges from the hyperbolic time chamber while Goku has seemingly perfected the Mafuba. As the Supreme Kai swears revenge for the attack on Gowasu, Zamasu blasts in to simultaneously attack and chastise him. Trunks holds on to Gowasu, begging for him not to die. Gowasu then wakes up coughing, as he's alive for now. Trunks yells for Mai to escape with Gowasu, and charges in as a Super Saiyan to defend them. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta arrive back in the future. They notice everyone's alive, but some of their energy signatures are dropping. The two arrive in time, and Vegeta demands to take on Black, while Goku is to go use the Mafuba on Zamasu. Goku departs to first give Trunks a Sensu Bean, and though Zamasu fires a blast to stop him, Goku teleports away with both Trunks and the Supreme Kai. Mai runs into the trio and asks for a Sensu Bean to give to Gowasu. After a brief stare down, Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan God. Black
We haven't seen Vegeta turn into a Super Saiyan God this whole Super series. I mean, I'm on 100 and what? I'm on episode 123, and he's just advanced to blue, which is also fire, but we haven't seen Vegeta go God at all in this whole series. Like, at all. I'm pretty sure he goes super in the Super. No, not Super. The Broly movie? Because I watched the fight and I'm pretty sure he went super there, right? But we haven't seen bro go like at all. At all. Not even a little bit. It's either literally Super Saiyan 1, 2, blue. You know? Oh my God. And please tell me that form is not
a brief
cold.
Stare down.
Look at him.
Vegeta transforms into a Super Saiyan God. Black believes Vegeta to have lost his mind in desperation, but at the same time, he's upset with how confident Vegeta appears to be using a supposedly weaker transformation.
That's very
Vegeta
true.
dodges Goku Black's attacks, and Black recognizes that Vegeta's speed appears to have suddenly boosted. Vegeta then delivers a kick, sending Black flying and smashing into a building. Black appears to be losing his temper a bit, as he's still unable to pinpoint where Vegeta's boost may be coming from. While Vegeta and Black continue to square off, Goku uses a Sensu to heal Gowasu, reducing their beam count down to the last
that's
one.
cold. Because also, again, Gowasu only really pulled up in the anime with Supreme Kai, and they were just bystanders. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in this one, Gowasu actually tried to save them and save Trunks, came back, Gowasu tried to chat to them, obviously got crafted again, but, you know.
Mr. Trunks.
Oh, did he die in the anime? Here? I don't think he did.
That he's mastered the Mafuba and opens a capsule containing the necessary jar. Meanwhile, the group.
He brought the jar this time. Okay, so I remember in anime, they didn't bring the jar, did they? Then they had to use something. Oh no, Goku forgot the jar, I swear.
Notice that Vegeta is easily handling Black, despite being at a stage lower than Super Saiyan Blue. Goku explains that Vegeta isn't just using Super Saiyan God, but actually transforming up to Blue in the very last moment of his attack, thereby balancing his power and stamina during battle. Goku confirms he did a similar thing against Kid, but Vegeta appears to have mastered this balancing act on a whole new level. Zamasu flies in with a kick of his own to surprise Vegeta, and suggests that he and Black work together. Goku jumps in as well, determined to take on Zamasu and seal him away. Though Black wonders what the jar on the battlefield might be for. Vegeta fires some blasts to regain Black's attention, and Zamasu doesn't appear to be worried, especially due to his immortality. Goku then uses the Mafuba, capturing Zamasu and perfectly landing him into the jar. Goku and Trunks struggle to tie up the jar's lid.
I think Trunks done it last time, no? Was it? I'm pretty sure it was Trunks that done it.
To keep Zamasu contained, but Goku brought a Hostess Bar discount coupon instead of the actual sealing charm, leaving Zamasu furiously bursting out of the jar. With no other choice, Goku himself transforms up to Super Saiyan God as to keep it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
stamina and prepares for battle. Zamasu tries to hold Goku in place, but the speed of Super Saiyan God is more than enough to get around it and deliver a few good punches. Goku seems to think that Vegeta will end his fight soon and tries to talk Zamasu down a bit, describing how he's effectively being used by his other self. Goku continues to effortlessly handle Zamasu, which only proceeds to anger Black. It appears the two Zamasu are about to lose it with each other when Black finally smiles and reminds the other Zamasu of their final resort. Goku realizes too late what the evil gods are up to as the two Zamasu join bodies with their Potara earrings. And with that, the one god of all universes, Zamasu, is born. Goku and Vegeta now begin to face off against the Potara fusion of Goku Black and Zamasu. It appears as if Goku and Vegeta are unable to land any worthwhile hits, but Goku finds an opening to deliver a Kamehameha, which blows a hole through Zamasu's chest. The hole closes right back up though, as Zamasu is just as immortal as before. Zamasu telekinetically grabs Goku and Vegeta by their throats and causes a massive explosion, maniacally laughing over his new godly power and reign. Zamasu then unleashes a devastating wave of blasts, and Goku blocks a few of them from hitting Trunks and the others. As he tries to tell them to get further away, the Supreme Kai hands Goku his Potara earrings. He says that if he and Vegeta fuse once more, Zamasu won't stand a chance against them. Vegeta initially refuses, restating how he'll never fuse again. Goku expected this answer though, and agrees with the sentiment. The two plan on fighting with their own individual power, even going as far as to decide who fights next. Goku steps up first and is pummeled by Kachin blocks thrown by fused Zamasu, which leaves Trunks feeling rather unsure about Goku's ability to win. Gowasu notes how much of a shame it is that the group seemingly won't last for another hour, because after all, that's how long Zamasu's fusion is going to last. Vegeta exclaims that he believed the fusion was supposed to be permanent, but Gowasu corrects him in that the permanence is only for gods of their Kai rank, and anyone else using the earrings will only last an hour. Even the Supreme Kai is a bit perplexed, now understanding that Vegito's separation in Buu's body must have been due to timing rather than other factors. Trunks is then determined to help for the next hour, for the sake of his entire world, but especially his late mother. Goku, out of power, debates whether or not to go ahead and eat the last senzu bean that they have. Vegeta arrives and demands the second earring from him. As Zamasu senses the two below him and prepares to kill them, an enormous blast flies out of the building and hits Zamasu, taking his entire right side with it. Someone begins talking, realizing aloud how Zamasu was able to regrow his arm. It was Vegito, the Potara fusion of Goku and Vegeta. Vegito explains how both of their fusions will only last an hour, chomps down on a senzu bean, and powers up into Super Saiyan Blue. Vegito's plan is to completely demolish Zamasu to the point to where there's nothing left to regenerate. Zamasu bursts from the ground and grabs Vegito by the legs, but the Saiyan fusion slices the god's hand straight off with his key sword. As Zamasu regenerates once more and prepares a barrage of Kachin blocks, Vegito powers up a final Kamehameha, but just as he's about to fire, the fusion suddenly splits apart, back to a separate Goku and Vegeta. Trunks and the others wonder why the fusion didn't last a full hour, and Zamasu resumes his attacks with teleportation-style punches and kicks appearing out of portals scattered around the two Saiyans. The Supreme Kai states that there is still 20 minutes left in Zamasu's fusion, saying how he's feeling regret for having taken up a rank of becoming supreme at this very moment, as if he'd remain an apprentice, he'd still have the power of restoration. Trunks perks up and explains that he had actually taken on the role of apprentice in his own timeline in order to do battle with Deborah. Courtesy of the special dance, Trunks does indeed have this special power. This is likely why he was able to unknowingly heal Mai and Gowasu when they suffered what would have otherwise been fatal blows. Just then, Vegeta is knocked into
Excuse me? Trunks can heal?
to the air, prompting Trunks to grab him and bring him back to the group. The Supreme Kai explains that Trunks will only be able to heal one person as powerful as a Super Saiyan Blue, so he'll have to choose between Goku or Vegeta. Vegeta concedes, telling Trunks to heal Kakarot, as he's the only one able to take on Zamasu and Super Saiyan Blue right now. Vegeta then interrupts Zamasu's brutal assault on Goku, tossing him down to Trunks. Zamasu goes after Vegeta, failing to realize this is all a distraction. Trunks takes the opportunity to heal Goku back to normal, just as Vegeta is mercilessly beaten unconscious. As Goku prepares to take Zamasu on another round, Trunks uses a little bit of his remaining energy to at most wake his father back up. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, but suddenly collects himself and enters what seems to be a quiet, calm stance. Goku charges in, able to dodge several attacks while managing to land a hit of his own while taking a portal punch to the face. Vegeta comments that Kakarot's managed to seal all of Super Saiyan Blue's overflowing power, meaning he's now completed it and is able to fight at the form's full strength. Goku continues to fight equally against Zamasu, even managing to to stop and deflect a massive energy blast. Vegeta wonders how long Kakarot will be able to last like this, while Goku himself appears to twitch now as his body is starting to break. Zamasu, however, is already back to normal. Goku continues his next round against fused Zamasu, struggling against the god's telekinetic powers, but still managing to land an occasional attack. Zamasu rips his shirt off in disbelief over the damage his body is taking, while Goku simultaneously is struggling to maintain his power and composure. Zamasu screams that he'll take out everyone along with the entire galaxy and rushes at Goku, who flies in with an unexpected technique, the same destruction that Beerus used against Zamasu earlier in the timeline. As part of Zamasu's body begins to disappear, he uses a portal to grab Mai and shove her in front of the technique, forcing Goku to stop. Zamasu then kicks Goku aside and regenerates the missing part of his body. Trunks tries to rush Zamasu, but is easily knocked aside, and Vegeta can now tell that the battle is nearing its end. Suddenly, Zamasu starts tearing in half, symbolizing the completed hour of his fusion. However, the two halves seem as though they're rejecting the split. Gowasu theorizes that since the two are technically the same person, they may have somehow joined on a cellular level due to the fusion. Trunks jumps in once again though, this time managing to slice Zamasu in his two individual halves. Trunks then proceeds to stab his sword into a defeated Goku Black's chest. It finally appeared as though the fight was over, but Black fires a blast at Trunks and stands back up, with the sword still impaled through him. Both Black and Zamasu transform into merged Zamasu versions of themselves, who then begin another assault on Goku. With Goku and Trunks down, Vegeta explodes into a rage towards the gods, kicks Goku aside, and unleashes a Gamma Burst Flash. In the wake of the blast, detached body parts of the gods wiggle on the ground in an attempt to reform. The Supreme Kai tries to get the others to teleport away with them, but before everyone's eyes, there are suddenly numerous fused Zamasus that have reformed, much to the group's surprise.
So the way they did this in the anime, it was Rose who had bare little things coming, but we thought that was from like his untapped power or something like that, right? You know, this one is different. This one's completely different. Like, god damn.
All of the fused Zamasu rush in, and the Supreme Kai teleports Goku and Vegeta to safety, as he and Gowasu plan to escape with the time ring, while Goku and Vegeta should use the time machine. Zamasu is determined to kill them, however, and the clones surround the heroes. Zamasu then reveals that he has a time machine used in Universe 12, thanks to the information he received from Gowasu, which he intends to use to follow the group to any and every timeline they go to, in order to eliminate them with the rest of humanity. Goku and Vegeta decide to stick around and fight to the bitter end, telling Trunks to return to his mother in the time machine. The two begin to power up without any real battle plan, when Goku suddenly remembers the Omni King. He asks the Supreme Kai whether or not he'd still be around in the future, to which he replies that nobody can beat him, so most likely he's still around.
This makes so much more. I need to rewatch that. I need to rewatch that part of the anime. I actually don't remember. I don't remember how Zenny pulled up. I'm guessing he calls him there though, right? I'm guessing he does call him in an anime. If I remember, I think he does.
Smirking, Goku takes out the button that can call Zeno and presses it to immediately summon him. Goku quickly introduces himself as this particular.
But at this point, it's like he's a giant smoke or something like that, just taking over the planet and the whole verse, right?
Zeno hasn't actually met him before. Zeno doesn't appear to like what he sees in the future, prompting Goku to point to Zamasu as the culprit. Goku eggs Zeno on further, asking if he wants to erase them all. The Omni King agrees, preparing to eliminate the timeline altogether, much to the surprise of everyone. All of the Zamasu flee in terror, while Goku and the team make their escape in the time machine. Without any hesitation, Zeno erases the timeline along with Zamasu, and the others narrowly manage to escape. We then see a time ring crack and fizzle away, symbolizing the elimination of a parallel world. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks safely arrive back in the normal timeline with the Supreme Kai and Gowasu not far behind. Everyone greets their loved ones and enjoys a relaxing dinner while relaying the story to Whis and Beerus. And even though there's technically nothing left in that world, Goku still asks to use the time machine for one last thing, to recover the Omni King in future Trunks' erased timeline. After a quick introduction back at home, the future Omni King is brought to the present day Omni King. As the two new friends run off, the Grand Priest asks if this was Whis' idea, in which he denies, saying it's Goku's. The Grand Priest acknowledges his enviousness of Universe 7, to which Whis follows up saying that the Grand Priest, otherwise known as his father, can visit anytime. Goku departs back to Universe 10, although not without a stern recommendation from Beerus to be more careful with future apprentices. Trunks and Mai want to return to some point in their future, to which Whis says it's possible, prompting Beerus to argue with him over the creation of an additional parallel world. The Supreme Kai tells Trunks to speak with the Beerus in that timeline so they can take care of Zamasu, should he prove to be a problem there. It's then stated that another set of Trunks and Mai will also be present in this new timeline, which doesn't seem to bother the two. The Supreme Kai asks if Trunks would like to stay as his apprentice, but Trunks states that he only took the role in order to defeat Babidi and Dabura. The younger, present-day Trunks and Mai
Trunks, you're a fucking idiot.
Off their older selves, with the younger Mai finally realizing and admitting her interest in the younger Trunks. With their final goodbye said, Trunks and Mai depart, bidding a farewell to the Dragon Team and ready to begin a new adventure. The Goku Black arc is probably my favorite so far in the manga. It may not be perfect, but it's action-packed and has some great scenes throughout the story. I definitely recommend picking it up and reading it for yourself if you haven't already. But what do you guys think about this arc? Do you prefer it in the manga or the anime? Let me know down in the comments below. If you made it this far, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video.
If I'm being honest, I think I prefer the manga. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's a couple bits I don't remember from the anime, like when Zenny pulled up and whatever. But I think that's probably the same as the anime in general, like overall. But I think the way they did it with Zenny, Goku Black and whatever his name is, fusing together, it was a lot more better than him turning into like some ghost sort of thing and trying to take over the world. Do you get what I'm saying? I think just having more of him split into two and whatever, and like being able to regenerate and whatever, that's fire. I think the whole Goku, Vegeta thing turning Super Saiyan God and then switching out to blue to give him the punches and stuff and like manifesting that is cold. I like the fact that Black didn't show up. I like the fact that Black didn't show up on Earth when Trunks uses the time machine, but instead, he was just fighting and getting healed by his counterpart. But for Black to go Rose, and also Black could go Super Saiyan. Do you get what I'm saying? In this, in the thing, he didn't. Did he go Super Saiyan? I don't think he did. I don't think no, I don't think in anime he did go Super Saiyan. He just went Super Saiyan Rose, and then that was that. And that was it gave off the power level that was his Super Saiyan 1. Do you get what I'm saying? Rather than Black's God transformation. Do you get? From what I remember, I don't think it was quoted that Super Saiyan Rose was a God form. I just thought it was a very powerful Super Saiyan 1 form. And cool, that might be dumb on my part, but at least explain the form a bit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like in this one, they said, listen, when gods go above Super Saiyan gods, their hair turns pinkish. You're like, okay, that's what you have to say. I get that now. You know what I'm saying? Just more information about that. And also there's some images that I'm thinking, who the fuck is that? Like that, is that Frieza? And who's that? You know what I mean? I'm not watching 7 hours. I'm not watching 7 hours of the whole time now because fuck it, I've basically done an 8-hour video yesterday. So we're not doing that. This has gone on for a lot longer than I thought it was, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think the manga did it a lot better than the anime, if I'm being honest with you. It's different but the same, but different in a good way. I think different, it makes more sense, and different that they explain a bit more stuff than they do in the anime. But yeah, that was, and also the artwork is really good as well. Like I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I can't even lie. So anyway, sorry. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to comment on today, and I'll catch you man in a bit. Peace.